guys, Tara here, back with another video. Today we are going to be playing Roblox, and the game is Project Pokemon. And the main point in this video is just to show you where all the routes are, because I know a lot of people do not know where to go, like whenever you go to the hunch areas, or the little guy that tells you, you know, a spawn of something has appeared wherever, it tells you what route to go to. So I know a lot of people don't know where to go. So this is Pallet Town, for those of you who watched the show or played the game or what have you. That's where you start out, in this little house. This is your mom's house or whatever. She will heal your Pokemon for you when you start out. So just a little helpful tip. This is Professor Oak's lab. So then you start out, you're on Route 1, right? So let's go up here. We're just going to kind of run through this. I have already fought most of the trainers, just for time's sake, to keep them from stopping me as soon as I walk by, because every time you log out and you log back in, you will have to re-battle every trainer that you already face. Now that doesn't go for gyms. You cannot re-battle the gym masters, but you will re-battle, or well, they will challenge you every single time, like this guy, when you log out and back in. So I went ahead and did most of those up to like Route 16 or something. So this is all Route 1. Now this patch of grass is where you can find Pikachus. This guy will tell you that if you speak to him. You can actually find a lot of things in this first grass, you know, this first Route 1 area. So anyway, after Route 1, we come to Viridian City. And there is no gym here. Well, there is a gym here, but it is the 8th gym. So you actually cannot do this gym up here until after you've beat all the other 7. So Pokemon Center and a shop over here. This building doesn't do anything. Now over here is Route 22. You can't, I mean, you can go to it. There's no point. You can go up here and battle some stuff, and I think there's actually a trainer down there. Yep, there he is. So you can go over there and you can battle or whatever you want to do, but after you're done in this area, you're going to go to Route 2. Now you'll find that most of the routes go in order up to about, I think it's 6 or 7. After 6, I think they start mixing up on you. So up until then, it's pretty straightforward. You start at 1, you go up through 6. So Viridian Forest, sometimes a rare will appear here, and it'll tell you to go to Viridian Forest, which is different than Route 2. It tells you to go to Route 2, it's down here. Viridian Forest is actually past this area. So this guy will battle you, that trainer will. We're going to run through all the grass here. There we go. And I always think this is a door because there are a lot of areas you can go into in the game that look just like that, but you can't. You just walk up to it and nothing happens. So just so you know, don't waste your time like I did just now. Alright, so after Viridian City and the Viridian Forest, you're going to come to Pewter City. So we went through Route 1, Viridian City, Route 2, the Viridian Forest, and then Pewter City. Now this is the first gym you'll actually fight once you start playing the game. This is Brock's gym, and every town should have a Pokemon Center and a store, and then almost every town will have a gym. So once you're done in this area, you are going to take a right, or I guess a left if you come out of the Pokemon Center, and you're going to come to Route 3. Now Route 3 has a bunch of trainers like back to back right here. There's like, I think there's 3 of them, maybe 4. She does, he does, she does, they all battle you. He does, so, oh, I didn't fight that one. Okay. Which right now, I'm pretty much going to one-hit everything. I have my level 100 Pokemons with me. Actually, not all of them. I just have Mew level 100. I think the rest of them I have are still leveling. It should tell me down there how much experience they get and stuff. But I do have my experience share on. If you don't know what that is, once you beat Brock, his gym, that first gym that you fight, you go to your bag and he gives you something down here on evolve items called experience share, and you can click on that and you want to use it to turn it on, and up here it'll tell you if it's on or off. If you use that, every battle you fight you will get experience for all of your Pokemon instead of just the one actually doing the battle. Up till then you only get experience for the one that's doing the battle. So it is really, really useful, especially early on when you're first starting, because you can level up a lot of Pokemon that way, not just your starter. Because at that point, you'll have one really strong one and, you know, a bunch of, like, not as strong ones that you just caught. So that's Route 3. That's pretty much all there is to that. You come up here, there is a Pokemon Center. I'm going to use it really quick just to refill my moves. I just don't want to have to switch out my Pokemon. So there we go. And then you are going to come from Route 3 to Mount Moon. You cannot skip Mount Moon. I have heard people say don't go to Mount Moon. You can't not go to Mount Moon and get through the game. So You're gonna go in. It's very straightforward. You go straight up, you turn right, there's another door out. Now you will run into Pokemon the entire time you are in here. Kabuto is actually kind of rare. I'm gonna try to catch that. False Swipe's a great move, by the way. If you get a Scyther, I know can get it, Mew can get it. But False Swipe will take them down all the way to 1, but it will not take them below 1 HP. There is nothing worse than finding a rare or like a really good Pokemon that you want and then accidentally killing it. There is nothing worse in the world than that. So False Swipe is a really, really great move to have, especially when you get higher level and most of your Pokemon are way too high of a level to catch lower Pokemon like that because you'll kill them. So we go straight forward, we take a right. Again, the whole time you're in here, you'll be running into stuff. Geodudes, Zubats, every now and again a Kabuto. I don't know, there's a few other things, but for the most part, that's all you really see, so. Beat this guy real quick. Yeah, see, it is giving up. It's doing my experience share. And 72, I mean, that's like really low. When you're starting out, that's really good, I guess, but I don't know, I've been playing it for so long now, I don't even remember. You know, how much experience you get in the early stages. So, anyway, we come out of Mount Moon and we are directly on Route 4. Route 4 is really, really short. This is Route 4. You can see it. Oh, this is all of it. And when you come up here, this is Cerulean Gym. This is Misty's gym here. I personally had a lot of trouble with that. I don't know why. I had a really hard time with Misty's gym. I think it was because my Pokemon were all water type, so I had nothing strong against her. Not all water type, but my starter Pokemon was water type, Piplup. And I had nothing that was, you know, strong, I guess, or super effective against her Pokemon. So, and she has Starmie and Staryu. I believe are the only 2 she uses. So, anyway, that is Cerulean Gym. This is Cerulean City. I don't see a sign for it. Almost every city has. I thought every city had a sign. Anyway, if you go talk to this girl up here, she will give you a TM. If you do not know what a TM is, it is an item that you can use on your Pokemon to teach them a new move. I actually have, I don't even know how many at this point, quite a few. But you get them throughout the game. You can buy them once you get to like the last gym. After you beat the last gym, you can go to this new area, which we'll get to later, but it's an area where you can buy TMs in the shop there. But up until then, I don't think you can purchase them anywhere else, but you will get them randomly throughout the game. People give them to you. But yeah, you'll get, I don't think I've bought any. I think every one that I have I got from either beating a trainer or some other method. Some people just hand them to you like she does. So after Cerulean City, after you beat Misty, you're going to come to Route 5. So far it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very straightforward. I'm going to skip all that grass just because I don't want to have to go through all those battles. Now you're going to come down here and there's a dead end. Okay, and yes, it looks like there's a path, but there's not. You can't walk that way. So you're going to go into this little building here, in through this door, and you're going to step on that black panel. When you do, you're going to pop out at Route 6. I don't know why, I just know you do. So that's Route 6. Again, very straightforward up till now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this is where it starts getting kind of weird. After Route 6, we're going to go into, I believe it's Vermillion City up here. And all these are trainers. They will battle you when you walk by. I have already beat them, like I said earlier on. So now we're in Vermillion City. Now after Route 6, you get to Vermillion City, there is a gym here. It's the Electric Gym. Again, all of them have a shop and a Pokemon Center back there. But you're going to go up here and you're going to get to Route 11. I have absolutely no idea why it goes from Route 6 to Route 11, but just hang with me here. That's why I'm doing this video. I believe this is the only place in this game that Snorlax does spawn. I personally have never found one. I have a Snorlax because I traded for it. But something that does spawn here a lot that I find all the time is the Slakoth. I don't know if that's how you say it. It's a sloth. But it is the strongest non-legendary in this game whenever you level it all the way up into Slacking. But it is a really strong Pokemon. I strongly recommend getting it throughout the game if you can, simply because it's a normal type, like Arceus, if you know who that is, and their only weakness is fighting type. So if you're fighting anything other than a fighting type Pokemon, you've got an advantage there, because they don't take any significant damage from anything else. So you level that guy up and you're pretty much set for most of the game. So after Route 11, we did Vermillion City, Route 11, now we come to Route 12. Now, Route 12 is over all these docks, and all these fishermen will battle you, every single one, after you go over each bridge, or right before, I guess, before you go over each bridge. While you are on each bridge, though, you can run into Pokemon. For the most part, it's all water Pokemon. But it will, yeah, just like Mount Moon, it's every step you can run into one. You don't have to be in a patch of grass or anything like that. For the sake of time, I'm going to run from this one just because I don't feel like doing it. I did already beat all these guys because they take forever. And it's not that they're especially hard or anything, it's just that whenever you're in this area at the beginning, you have to run back and heal pretty much between every single battle you do, especially trainer battles. So it takes forever to beat one, run back and heal, and then beat another one and run back and heal, and you know. And especially if they have like 4 or 5 Pokemon. I know this last guy has, I think, 5, and he just takes forever. And honestly, for the most part, he's annoying because I think it's all Magikarps and 1 Gyarados. But anyway. So we did Vermillion City, that was Route 11, this is Route 12. Now after Route 12, after getting over the docks, you are going to come into Lavender Town, which is everybody's favorite place, I know. But Lavender Town is very significant in this game because there are like tons of rares here. I don't know if they do that simply because it's Lavender Town or if it's because you cannot take the taxi. After you beat a gym in a town here, you get to take a taxi. I don't know how much you've played, but Lavender Town is like the only place in the game that doesn't have a gym and you cannot take a taxi to because they say that the guy that runs the taxi place is scared of the town, of the ghosts. So this is Lavender Town. This is what they call the Pokemon Tower. Some people know that, some people don't. I like to tell people just simply so you know for future reference. They'll tell you to go to the Pokemon Tower sometimes. This is what that is. It is literally a big old giant tower in Lavender Town. It is completely filled with Ghastlies. You can catch all the Ghastlies you want. You level them up to Gengar. Gengar is a pretty good Pokemon, especially if you get something called Destiny Bond and Dream Eater. If you get Hypnosis and Dream Eater, you put them to sleep and you steal their health, and it's saved me in a lot of tough spots early on. So that's the Pokemon Tower. There's all kinds of battles in there, Gary's in there, there's a lot of stuff to do. Now you're going to see Route 10. If you remember, we went from Route 5 to 6 to 11, and we just completely skipped 7, 8, 9, and 10. Route 10 is the only little patch of grass in Lavender Town directly behind the Pokemon Center, and this is where you can find Zapdos. You do not have to have a game pass or anything in this game to find Zapdos. It can be spawned at any time. It is extremely rare. It's like I think it's 1 in 1,000. It may be 1 in 10,000. I don't really remember how many zeros are on the end of it, but it is really, really rare. Before I bought the Game Pass, which I have it now where I run into those legendaries, Mewtwo, Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno, 10 times more often. But before that, I did see Moltres one time, and I'll show you where to find him later. But I did see him once before that, and that was it. I accidentally killed him. Like I said earlier, you want to have false swipe with you at all times. I accidentally killed him, never did get to catch him, and I never saw another one. I never saw Mewtwo, Zapdos, Moltres. I still have not seen an Articuno. I have been trying to get Articuno forever. Show you my party here. See, I have Zapdos and Moltres. No Articuno. I even have Ho-Oh, which I didn't find him or get him. Someone traded me him. With the Game Pass, I found lots of Mewtwo's, and Mewtwo is an extremely strong Pokemon. Lots of people will trade you for that, and a lot of people will trade you for Mew. The only way to get Mew in this game is to buy the Game Pass, and then you go to the guy in Viridian City, and he has on a pink suit, and you have to have one spot open in your party, and he will give you a Mew if you have the Game Pass. So once you get that, though, once you get that Game Pass and you get that Mew, you can find Mew randomly in the wild. They're usually very, very low level, like 10s, 10 and 12, something like that. But nonetheless, you can find them, you can level them up if you want, trade them out if you want to. Lots of people want Mew and do not want to spend the money on the Game Pass. So it's definitely a good way to get the rares and legendaries that you want that you can't find, as is Mewtwo. Like I said, if you get that Game Pass, you can find Mewtwo's. A lot of people will trade you a Mew. If you don't want to spend the money on both Game Passes, you could probably trade one for the other. But I mean, people will trade you, you know, for, oh, I see a legendary in my future. There's a Mewtwo. And I don't know if you noticed that. I said I knew a legendary was coming because instead of just flashing from the black screen to the battle screen, it actually did the little square blocks. I don't know if you saw that. If you didn't, you can rewind the video and look at it. It does these little square blocks in rows, and it does that with trainer battles and with legendaries, and that's or rares. I don't know if it's legendaries or rares, but either way, it only does it then. If it's something, you know, just a normal Pokemon, it's not going to do that. So you can tell before you even see what it is that it is going to be something special. this guy's putting up a fight, so give me a minute here. I'm going to false swipe him a few more times because I don't want to accidentally kill him, because where Mewtwo's attacks and things are very, very high, he is only a level 59, and he keeps doing recover. I hate recover. There we go. Now stop it. Alright, let's try Pokeball here. Ultra Ball. I think my average use of a Pokeball, or of an Ultra Ball to catch a Pokemon, or Legendary rather, is something like 14. So I always make sure I have plenty on hand, and always after you catch something like I just did Mewtwo, always go ahead and save. Because this game does crash. It is not a lot, it's not as bad as most Roblox games, but it does crash. And when it crashes and you just caught a Mew or a Mewtwo, it sucks pretty bad. So I'm going to stop the video here, and then we will pick back up tomorrow on what's after this. So after Lavender Town. But that is the first half of the routes, and I'm going to try to throw in a few little extra tips along the way, like the rares and things like that. Comment down below, let me know any questions you may have, anything else you want to see in the game, anything you'd like me to show you where to find it or how to do it. Thumbs up the video, let me know if you like it. Tomorrow we'll pick up from Lavender Town on, and comment below, let me know what you'd like to see. Thank you guys so much for watching, I appreciate it, and don't forget to be happy, stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!